Yo, what is going on, boys and girls? Welcome back to another Zero Foxtrot video. So predominantly I make piss take military content, and we have a goof and a laugh and talk about the news and what's going on around the forces community. So if you're new here, make sure you subscribe. I haven't done one of these in a fucking long time, so we're going to react to a top 10 special forces video. Recently I've been getting into these top 5 lists, top 10 lists and stuff, and I want to check some out. So let's do one. Today is Top 10 Most Badass Elite Special Forces by watchmojo.com. They've got all these different clips and ranked them at 10 to 1. I'm going to have a look and react with you guys and give you what I think. Right, the first one, starting off with the GIGN. Let's do it.
National Gendarmerie Interventionist.
GIGN are fucking such a cool group.
After the deadly terrorist attack at the 1972 Olympics in Munich, France assembled an elite SWAT team designed to specifically deal with hostage situations, but whose expertise is although their operations are largely classified. The successful rescue of 166 hostages from a hijacked Air France flight in 1994 solidified the GIGN's reputation for
oh shit, that guy almost fell off.
As the GIGN entered, a gun battle ensued at a distance of only 5 feet. The muzzle flashes can be seen in this footage through the cockpit window.
5 feet range as soon as they got in the door.
JWGRON, Poland. When Poland sends in their special forces.
Okay, it's actually now the next day. Technical issues. Let's carry on with the list. Okay, so next up is the JW Grom number 9, Poland.
When Poland sends in their special forces, they bring the thunder, quite literally too, since that's what Grom means in several
Poland send in the special forces,
after a couple of unsuccessful proposals, the Polish government finally agreed to form a counter-terrorism unit in 1990, following the takeover of one of their embassies in Switzerland, as well as the shooting deaths of 2 Polish diplomats in Beirut. Modeled after and trained by some of the most elite forces in the world, such as Delta Force and the SAS. This group of soldiers specializes in creating havoc behind enemy lines, along with severely disrupting terrorist activity. Apart from being expert killers, 3/4 of the
look like they're still using the old S10 respirator.
The best defense is a good offense.
That's how it.
Number 8,
Israel.
This top-secret branch of the Israeli Defense Force specializes in deep reconnaissance and intelligence gathering techniques. It is closely modeled after the British SAS, so far as to even borrow their motto, "Who dares, wins."
You can't steal someone's motto like that.
After completing a rigorous and exhausting selection process, recruits undergo approximately a year and a half's worth of training, including terrorism, parachuting, and multiple forms of combat such as Krav Maga, a brutal style of self-defense that was created by the IDF itself. Unlike Israel's naval commandos,
the Israeli Defense Force that use
Sariyat Matkal is primarily a strategic unit whose missions are meticulously planned and are so secretive that they're not allowed to wear their insignia in public, because plausible deniability is the name
special
of the game.
forces.
Israeli soldiers killed the guards. They busted into the hangar where the hostages were. They killed all the terrorists, and they got all the hostages and flew out.
Number 7, Special Services Group, Pakistan.
We've done a video
of roughly 5,600 soldiers, the SSG has been active since 1956 and has been the main special operations unit of Pakistan's army. Training of its members is heavily focused on physical preparation, with only a small percentage of hopeful recruits making it through the process. They have conducted exercises with elite forces from the United States, Turkey, as well as China, refining techniques in mountain warfare, and are also regarded as having one of the toughest combat diving courses in the world.
I've heard that before, that their combat diving
proximity to Afghanistan, this unit has been a key player in the war on terror, and is credited as being responsible for the death of the global operations chief of Al-Qaeda. Number 6, Special Air Service Regiment, Australia.
These boys are fucking hard as fuck. The SESR, Australian SAS.
Yet another group copied after the training and selection process of the British SAS. Australian Special Forces breed some of the deadliest warriors on the battlefield.
So true.
The main focus of this regiment is counter-terrorism, peacekeeping, as well as quelling domestic situations. Recruits are hand-picked from within the military, then weeded out during an intense 3-week course where prospective trainees are subjected to a battery of physical and mental evaluations. Smaller reconnaissance squads skilled in evasion tactics allow them to slip in and out of enemy territory to gather intelligence, and are used to paint targets for surgical airstrikes. These guys can snatch up high-value personnel or blow up airfields faster than a dingo can eat a baby.
I'm sorry, a dingo ate your baby.
You know that's a true story. Lady lost a kid.
Number 5, JTF-2, Joint Task Force 2.
JTF-2 are sick as fuck. We saw some of these guys out in Canada, Ralston Camp.
Oh, Canada, who even knew you had a team of special forces? Probably not many, because apparently it's mandated by the government to never mention their existence. But not only do they exist, they are also considered to be one of the most elite forces operating in the world today. Active since 1993, there is little known about this highly classified unit, but they have played instrumental roles in arenas worldwide, such as Libya, Haiti, and Afghanistan. Their involvement in the rescue of 3 peacekeepers in Iraq was lauded by British and US officials. Apart from acting as bodyguards to military and government executives traveling outside of the country, they also helped secure facilities during the 2010 Winter Olympics.
That's so sick. Alright, for the boat.
Number 4, Delta Force, USA.
See, this is where I get a bit confused. I get a bit confused with the American Special Forces because you've got Delta Force, 75th Ranger Regiment, then you've got obviously the standard US Marines, and then you've got Green Berets and all that. I don't understand which does which role. So like Delta Force, are they the same as the Green Berets and so on? Whereas like we've got like obviously the Pathfinders and the Marines and the Paras, and then we've got the SES, SBS, and SRR. So we've got airborne, naval, forward observation in terms of like the Pathfinders, but then obviously the SES are air deployment and mountain and so on. I don't know, I don't really understand it. Can someone explain it in the comment section? It's something I've never really understood.
Officially known as the 1st Special Forces Operation Detachment Delta, it's almost impossible for a list like this not to include these bad boys. Established in 1977, well, this group of operatives excels at missions involving counterterrorism, hostage rescue, and reconnaissance. Like most other special forces, members are chosen from within the military, and the percentage of those who actually pass remains incredibly low.
Out of my 2 classes of 120 people each, probably 12 to 14 made it.
90% of our best soldiers can't make it through selection.
However, once successful, further vetting from the CIA can result in Delta operators inducted into even more.
Okay, get vetted by the CIA. That's pretty cool.
I don't really know what they're looking for, because that's a secret.
Although most of their operations are classified, their involvement has become known during Operation Desert Storm, as well as Operation Gothic Serpent, which was made famous in Ridley Scott's Black Hawk Down. Number 3, Alpha Group, Russia.
These boys look alley as fuck. Are they different from the KGB? Is that a different thing?
There's one thing to learn from history, it's never to underestimate the Russian military. Like never. While little is known about what exactly Alpha Group's primary objectives are, their scope has extended over the years from strictly domestic missions to include those abroad. We also know that no matter where they operate, it would appear collateral damage is not of the highest concern.
Just got shot in the chest 3 times.
Whether it be assassinating a young boy while forcing a regime change in Afghanistan, or dozens of hostages being killed during a botched rescue attempt on home soil, Alpha will get the job done, even if they have to level an entire city block in the process. Hey, you know what they say about eggs and omelets, right?
I love the Russian propaganda videos of like their special forces and stuff. It's so amazing.
Number 2,
Navy SEALs,
USA. Unlike their Delta brothers, this team of soldiers is widely acknowledged by the military and praised for their superior tactics in sea, air, and land. Hence, SEAL.
SEALs. Yep. Sea, air, and
I thought they were more like Marines.
Trainees must undergo the trials and tribulations of the infamous Hell Week, a 6-day endurance course where hopeful candidates undertake a series of grueling challenges, all while operating on less than 4 hours of sleep. SEAL groups are broken up into teams of 1 to 5 and 7 to 10 respectively, with the specially designated Team 6 being the best of the best, requiring even more training than regular members. These are the guys responsible for killing Osama bin Laden and rescuing Tom Hanks, we mean Captain Phillips, from Somali pirates in the Indian Ocean.
Execute!
Before we come to our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
See, the United States Marine Force
work. Don't come here expecting someone to say thank you so much for what you're doing.
What's the difference?
You'll get that from civilians walking on the side of the road just for being in the military.
Go, go, go! EKO Cobra. See a dog fucking going out of the helicopter. Passes. We all know who's going to be number 1. Seeing as
number 1, Special Air Service, SAS.
So many of the forces, special forces around the world, use our techniques and our methods and
considered the best in the world. There's a reason so many other countries have used these guys as a template for their own branch of special forces. For example, their endurance test is a notorious race against time, where troops traverse 40 miles in full gear over a mountain in 20 hours, before having to run 4 miles in 3 minutes and then swim 2 miles in under 9 minutes. Although it's becoming harder to distinguish between the SAS and the SBS, which stands for Special Boat Service. The latter's diverse nature and additional training makes them better equipped to handle a wider variety of situations. And despite being active since World War II, their storming of an Iranian embassy in 1980 was what brought the regiment worldwide recognition.
We will see now. Alright boys, that's going to be it for today. What do you think? Was the list right? Was it wrong? Do you see what I mean about having different US Special Forces? Who's who, what does what? I don't really understand it. And it's a little bit unfair having two Special Forces groups from the same country within a top 10 list. Like, it should be someone else. I don't know, maybe one of the honourable mentions that they had before, but your own custom hashtag down in the comment section below for a shout out. But hashtag, I don't know, yeah, there you go, hashtag I don't know, the most amount of votes on that one gets a shout out in the next video. Let's see who can win this. Got some new videos dropping real soon. I'm having to pump out videos like this because, you know, I haven't done anything like this in a while, and YouTube keeps demonetizing, restricting all of my content, so I might be looking at making a second channel for all the sort of more edgy stuff. But let me know what you guys think about that. Stick it in the comment section down below, and I'll see you all on the next one. As always, good luck, God bless, goodbye.